Are you a writer dealing with writer's block? Ugh, it's the worst thing ever, especially if you're on deadline. Even if you have a topic from a client and a general outline, sometimes those words just don't come. I've been there. It happens to me once or twice a week, but I have learned over the course of the last several years some tricks, 10 of them actually, that help me get past my writer's block and create those great pieces for my clients. So I want to share some of those with you today. The first one is free writing. If you don't know what free writing is, I highly encourage you to give this a try. Open up a screen on your laptop, start typing about anything and everything. Go ahead and even write about this annoying video that you watched from some copywriter telling you how to get over writer's block. Whatever it is, get the words out. Number 2, change up your environment. I tend to work here in my home office, but sometimes I have to move around as well. I go down to the kitchen counter, I go sit on the living room couch, I go to a coffee shop, to a friend's house, anything just to change my environment because that can sometimes help stimulate the imagination and the flow of creativity. Number 3, set a timer. I read an article not long ago on an author who gets up at 4:30 every morning and writes 2 pages before she lets herself do anything else for the day. That won't work for me. I'm kind of a late morning girl, 9:30 in the morning, but it might work for you. And it's a great way just to get some stuff going and feel like you've accomplished something before you've even had that cup of coffee. Number 4, read. You hear me talking about this all the time. I love to read, and recently I've rediscovered my passion for books. And interestingly enough, no matter what I'm reading, no matter how far away it is from the business writing that I typically do, I see new words, get new ideas, and I can't wait to get back to my laptop. So I highly encourage you to give it a try. Number 5, brainstorm. Put the piece that you're stressing about away and come back to it later and start brainstorming on other topics. Maybe it's something for a totally unrelated client, for your own blog, whatever. Or even just start working on your daily to-do list. It's just an opportunity to use your brain in a different way that might stimulate what you need to start writing again. So there's the first 5. Are you ready for the next? Okay, idea number 6, exercise. I'm not always my best person here on this myself, but I have to tell you, getting your body moving a couple of times a week is so important. I just got back from bringing my son's dog for a walk, and I have so much more energy now than I did before I left. In fact, I wanted to make this video for all of you this morning, but I just didn't have the energy and I wasn't feeling it. Now I got back, I've got my wind back in me, and I'm feeling good, and here I am feeling creative again. So that same thing can help with your writing. 7, talk it out. If you're really, really struggling, sit down with a family member, a friend, a colleague, even someone at that coffee shop. Tell them what you do. Tell them what you like to write about. Let them ask you questions. That might be enough to stimulate some new thinking for you. 8, take a break. Sometimes you just have to walk away, and that's okay. I've had days where I think I'm going to be writing all day, but the words don't come. Rather than sitting here stressing, looking at my laptop for hours on end, I just go do something else. I take the day off, come back to it the next day. Not always the best thing when you have a deadline, but if you plan ahead, this is a strategy that can really work in your favor, and sometimes it's a sign that you need to take a break. Use writing prompts. That's number 9. I want to caution here, if you're using ChatGPT or Jasper and another AI writing tool, to be very careful. Use it to help you come up with ideas. Don't use it to replace what you would be writing on your own. Sometimes, ChatGPT is great for outlines. It can help you with bullet points. It can help you reframe your own words, but it should not be used to replace what you yourself have to say. And number 10, write badly. I know it sounds crazy, but even if you can't get those words out the way you normally would, just get them out on paper. Then go do one of those other things that I talked about and come back to it. And you might find that now you know exactly how to clean it up and you can reformulate your words into a great piece. I hope these tips help. Happy writing.